Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, and I want to talk with you today about employers and drug testing. More and more employers use drug testing as a way of maintaining, shall we say, a clean workforce. They hire people in a host of different professions, some of which cause people to be driving cars, driving trucks, a whole host of different things. And they can't just simply drug test for one class of individuals. So they drug test for the entire workforce. How that affects you is very simple. If you're an illegal drug user, they're going to find out. Now, I'm going to share some information with you that I'm not using to help you get out of it, but to make you aware that if you're using drugs and you're going to be drug tested, that there can be an impact on you professionally. So as a quick thing, and again, obviously alcohol is a legal drug. Alcohol, I'm reading this off a website. I do not vouch for the data. I'm not attesting to it. It's up to you to figure this out for yourself. I'm just trying to give you a heads up that hopefully will scare you into cleaning up. Alcohol remains in the bloodstream for 3 to 5 days in urine, up to 90 days in hair, and around 10 to 12 hours in your bloodstream. Amphetamines, 1 to 3 days in urine, up to 90 days in hair, and about 12 hours in your blood. Barbiturates, 2 to 4 days in urine, up to 90 days in hair, 1 to 2 days in your blood. Cannabis, 7 to 30 days in urine, up to 90 days in hair, 2 weeks in your blood. Cocaine, 3 to 4 days in urine, up to 90 days in hair, 1 to 2 days in blood. Heroin, 3 to 4 days in urine, up to 90 days in hair, up to 12 hours in blood. LSD, 1 to 3 days in urine, 1 to 3 days in urine, up to 3 days in hair, 2 to 3 hours in your blood. Ecstasy, MDMA, 3 to 4 days in urine, up to 90 days in hair, 1 to 2 days in your blood. You know, those are some of the basic drugs. You can look, if I haven't mentioned your drug of choice, you can search it on the web. That's obvious. But the fact of the matter is, these times might be off. And you've spent a lot of time interviewing for jobs and putting yourself in the position of extending yourself and taking time off and looking for that one job that you really want, only to find this firm drug tests and you can't pass the test. Because after all, with pot, that can stay in your bloodstream for up to 30 days. So my encouragement for you, and this just happened with a football player who played for my favorite team, the Giants. He says he inhaled secondhand smoke. He had previous situations where he had failed NFL drug tests. So this time was now the third time he'd failed a test in one form or another. And the Giants football team decided to cut him. A multi-million-dollar contract, a very good ball player, but he lost his job, all because he chose to put himself in a position where he inhaled secondhand smoke. Maybe it wasn't secondhand, maybe it was firsthand. I'm just going to accept the fact what he said is true, is secondhand smoke. Do you want to spend all that time interviewing for a job, getting the one that you really want, and a couple of tokes on a joint is going to keep you from getting a job? I'm going to tell you point blank. If you happen to use drugs, stay clean during your job search. I hope you stay clean afterwards, but minimally stay clean on your job search, because these times may be off that I just quoted. And you're going to wind up in situations where you're going to be frightened as to whether or not you pass a drug test. Is that really what you want? If you're going to be in a situation where other people are going to get high and you find it's a temptation, minimally during your job search, stay away. I know it's going to be hard for some of you, and it may hurt you with some of your friends. But if it does, frankly, these aren't real friends because they don't understand. So again, stay clean during your job search at a minimum, and I hope you stay clean for the rest of your life. I'm not going to preach to you. I'll leave that to others. I'll just simply say from the job search perspective, illegal drugs and firms that drug test, don't fool around. They find out. You know, as a matter of fact, let me just tell you, in past experience that I had with drug testing, what they do is they do the urine test. If they find evidence of drug use, and they have a cheap version of the screen that's inexpensive to them. If they find illegal drug use, they let you know we haven't gotten the results back from the lab yet, and they send it in for more expensive analysis to make sure that the initial test results are not a false positive. They don't fool around. You're not getting a job. So stay clean minimally during your job search. I hope you go beyond that, and I hope you find this helpful to straighten things out. So this is Jeff Altman. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did and you're watching on YouTube, share it, leave a comment, click the like button. Do something that lets people know that this is worthwhile for you. Then come over to thebiggamehunter.us. That again is thebiggamehunter.us, and go exploring. I have hundreds of videos there. You could read previous articles from No BS Job Search Advice Easing and No BS Hiring Advice Easing. You'll receive complimentary subscriptions to them at my website. You can also listen to podcasts of Job Search Radio and No BS Job Search Advice Radio there. You can search positions I'm recruiting for, or post your resume to a lot of sites from mine. A lot of great content and tools at thebiggamehunter.us, so come over to the website and go exploring. A few final things. First of all, if your firm's trying to hire someone, send me an email at the address below. Let me know who to contact and whether I should mention your name. I'd love to help your firm staff positions. If we're not already connected on LinkedIn, send me a connection request. The address is linkedin.com/in/thebiggamehunter. I accept connection requests from people worldwide, except if you look like a spammer to me. Then I'm not going to do it. Finally, if you have a question about job hunting, you're not alone. Most people do. There's just so many details in a job search, and you may not know the answers. Your friends aren't experts. Your former manager or manager is not an expert. And yet you're asking them for advice, and they don't know much better than you, if better. So I want to encourage you, reach out to me through liveperson.com. That's L-I-V-E. person.com. I'm a job search and career coaching expert. I'd be happy to answer your questions. This is Jeff Altman. Hope you have a great day. Take care.